This is Gary Smith of Raddy Smith Funeral Home. We're honored to be sponsoring the Veteran of the Month project here on WYEA 106.5. All military veterans deserve our deepest respect, recognition, and admiration for the decision they made to serve, defend, and protect our country. It's an honor to be a part of sharing some of their stories.
Our Veteran of the Month for June is John Willis. Mr. Willis served our country for 22 years in the U.S. Navy and retired in 1981 with the rank of Senior Chief Petty Officer. From his time serving, he strongly believes that career military service is the way to go for any young man or woman looking to get an education as well as life lessons, skills, and traits to make them successful.
I was AZCS, which is Aviation Maintenance Administration Man in the U.S. Navy, which is E8, Senior Chief Petty Officer. I joined the Navy July the 22nd, 1959, and I retired January the 31st, 1981. I decided not to go into college right after high school because many of my buddies were also going in the military. A great number of them were going in the U.S. Army, and I couldn't get into the U.S. Army because I was turned down twice because the recruiters told me their quotas were full for those months, and so I decided to go in Navy, and I'm proud that I did. Basic training is the initial contact with the military, and it stuck with me throughout the years. A lot of events, you learn a lot of skills, you meet a lot of people, and you learn discipline, habits, and other things that you learn that can just stay with you throughout life. I carried on the same level of proficiency that I had learned in the military right on into another job at the same Naval Air Station, and it was easy for me to transfer from one position over to another. Mostly the administrative skills and talents that I'd learned in the military, I also use them in the other position as well. I would recommend that they apply themselves fully and try to learn skills that will be carried forward after military retirement, and also to consider the benefits that are carried forward even after retirement, such as the medical issues and other things like that, the education. Get the education you can while you're in the military and then follow through afterwards with an additional education if necessary. But do consider putting in a full military career because it's worth all the benefits and everything that you get later on. I would suggest learning all the background that you can about the position that you want to go into and the service that you want to serve, and in-depth consideration because the recruiters, they know their jobs and they're well skilled in those positions, and they know what to tell you as it applies to today's Navy or military for that fact. It is a good job. It's a good career. I would recommend that anyone graduating today give it consideration.
Congratulations to John Willis, our Veteran of the Month for June.
We'd also like to thank American Legion Post 45 for helping with the selection process. This is Gary Smith of Raddy Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga.